Sweet Dan has comic review just for you.
I find you pompous, judgmental, and completely self-absorbed. Would you be my friend?
Time again for another Sweet Talkin' Comic Review. This time, Image's Morning Glories.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for
Sweet Talking with Sweet Dan, Sweet and Comic Book Man, and Comic Book Man's Video Outhouse, and myalternatereality.com, coming to you from Alternate Reality at the beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood, corner of 111th and Kedzie, where all comics are 15% off all week, all the time, sometimes, once in a while, whenever you feel like.
And you can read all Dan's reviews at the store's website. No, Dan's here today with one review and one review only.
Was I stepping on your lines?
No, you did fine. You did fine. Dan's here with one review only, and that's Image's Morning Glories.
That's right.
Which first issue shipped. Is this a miniseries?
No, ongoing series.
Ongoing series. Ongoing series from Image. I've talked about this before on ShipShape and on Weekend Review a little bit. Dan's going to give his review of it. Before he gets to that, whether he says it's good, bad, or indifferent, one thing I've said before is when I was first doing the order for this book, I remember reading the solicitation for it, and thinking to myself, this could be something big, but I can't really tell, and I'm just not going to commit to it. So I ordered an average number of books that I would order for an Image #1, and it's sold right out.
Oh yeah,
and people have been looking for it. And it's going into a second print. There's a second print coming from Image.
September 1st, I think.
September 1st, okay. It's coming out, supposedly coming out September 1st, we'll see.
But,
what do you think of it? Tell us about the book.
It peeled my mind grapes.
Ooh!
I thought it was really good. Nick Spencer is quickly becoming my favorite new comic writer.
Okay.
I've followed a couple of his series before. He's done a couple miniseries, Existence 2.0, Existence 3.0, the sequel, Shutter Town. Yeah. And he's doing Forgetless right now.
Okay. All Image stuff.
Yeah, he's starting some DC work. He's going to do a backup in Adventure or Action Comics. I'm not sure. A Jimmy Olsen story.
Okay. Oh yeah, I read about that. He's doing the Jimmy
anyway.
Olsen. That could be cool.
Morning Glories is billed as Runaways meets Lost.
Okay. Very,
very accurate 5-second movie pitch style of a description. But it's a bit more than that. It feels like when me and you first talked about it, you said you got a strong X-Men vibe off it.
Just from the solicitation, not from reading
it. It's not a mutant superhero team book. It's much more of a layered story. You get a first page that has nothing to do with the rest of the stories, the rest of the issue, seemingly, until you read it, and then you go back and look at the first page, and you're like, all right, this means something, but they're not giving it to you yet.
Okay.
It introduces you to all the characters right off the bat. There's 6. You get 2 pages of background on each one, and they are each distinct. They are each dynamic characters. Nick Spencer really makes you want to know who these people are. You know who you're going to like, you know who you're going to hate reading, but all of them seem to have this interesting dynamic playing off of each other. They get taken to this school. They're recruited for this school, Morning Glory Academy. They're drugged as they get there. You know, their parents are made to forget that they even exist, so to more fuller complete the learning experience. And honestly, the first 3 pages aren't even about these characters. It's about kids already at the school. I mean, there's so much to take in. The book is huge for $3.99.
The X-Men thing that I was talking about from the solicitation, that's where I got that from. This is a school for gifted youngsters.
But not necessarily superpowered youngsters or anything like that. They haven't said. Now, there's some weird stuff going on there. There's like a ghost, and there's like people crucified to a wall in this school. No, seriously, it sounds ridiculous when you lay it all on top of each other like that. But those are the parts that you read and they pop at you. Joe Eisma does the work. He worked with Nick Spencer on Existence 2.0.
Okay.
His work is phenomenal. It's in the vein of Adrian Alfona, who did Runaways, but it's also got this sort of, not sketchy, but it feels grittier. It doesn't feel as clean, it doesn't feel as smooth, but it fits.
So you like the art?
I love the art. I thought the art was really well done. The colors are extremely dynamic, and they make the pages stand out. Every image on the page, even if it's a simple one, really works with the colors and the art. I can't honestly, dude. I think you're right. I think it is going to be a big thing. I think this is going to be a big deal.
Does this come off as something that was put together in order to pitch to a movie or TV at some point down the road, or does this come up as a comic that'll stand on its own?
I mean, it's pitched as an ongoing series. It's not pitched as a 90-page wannabe script storyboard.
Yeah, like the Radical stuff.
Like Radical stuff, like a lot of Millar's stuff seems to be lately. Nick Spencer, to me, I was lucky enough to speak with him for a short bit at C2E2, and I really liked him. He was a really nice guy. He told me before they actually announced that this series was coming out that it was going to be an ongoing because he wasn't really spilling the beans on anything like that. It seems like it was planned. It's a comic. You know what I mean? It's planned as a comic, which to me is a big deal. I'm not a big fan of the comics planned as movie pitches.
Right.
You know, in disguise as comics to see if genre fans really pick up on it and we can maybe milk a few extra dollars out of them.
Right.
Because if they're going to spend $3.99 for a comic, they're going to spend $7-10 on a movie ticket.
Well, the Radical stuff, they do that. They do everything from $1 books to $4.99 books, and basically all they're just movie pitches. That's all
it's a testing ground, and a lot of what comic books have become is this here, we got a video game coming out, let's make a comic book, because, you know, let's tell the rest of the story that we're not going to actually tell in the video game as a comic. Hey, we want to do this movie, but we can't afford cameras, equipment, actors, a director, set, you know, catering. So I'm just going to buy an artist and do a comic book and see if anybody picks up on it and buys it. Part of it is Hollywood just, you know, poaching ideas, because there are no original ideas in Hollywood anymore. And so people do see it as a gateway, maybe. And I don't have a problem with that. But I love the fact that Nick Spencer is doing this as a comic for the love of doing comics. Right. You know what I mean? And that's why I respect the guy. That's why I love the book, and I'll pump it nonstop. This is going on my pull list. So,
okay, so
get it.
Big thumbs up.
Double thumbs up.
Okay.
Put your thumbs up.
Boom!
4 thumbs up.
4 thumbs up. 5 thumbs up. Ah, where'd that thumb come from? Where'd that thumb come from? Okay, so you can read more of Dan's reviews on books like Morning Glory and other above par books.
Lots of them.
At the store's website.
I don't only read crummy comics.
And where's the store's website at?
Sarah.
Sarah knows.
If you haven't figured it out yet, the website is www.myalternatereality.com.
So stop off at the store's website and check out all of his reviews. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
And this is Sweet Danny Sweet.
Saying, bye!
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.